Hey guys, Captain Foley with you. How's it going? Hope you all are well. We're doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything. So, anything non Star Trek related, anything you guys want to know, we're doing it all. So, and we're doing Lemon Cello, is what it's called. It's like a lemon shot. Stephen Pathry is here. Hey, Text Trek in the house. How's it going? Hopefully, you guys are well. It's good seeing some of you, any of you, all of you. I don't know. There's only 6 people here so far. 3 have hit that like button. Give that like button a tap. The Holy Gabriel, hey Cap, holy sizzle, I'm actually awake for alive. Yay! Amazing. Merrick Wolf, hello Captain. Hello sir, how's it going? So, wow, this shot is 32% alcohol. One traditional way to make this all lemon. Hundreds of ways to enjoy it. Try it chilled for retelling experience or mix it with amazing cocktails. Oh, lemon. Interesting, to say the least. Ooh, Ryan is here. How's it going? Hey, Cap. How's your day been? All right. We got new couches delivered today. Yay! Good to see you. Hope you are well. And Adam Vera, how was your day? How was your day? Our day was great. How's it going, Adam? Good to see you. I usually see you while I'm streaming a game or something, but good to see you. Donnie says, hello. Hope all is well this evening. I had a fun watching your review of the recent episode of Star Trek Prodigy so dearly. So dearly? Are you being, like, serious? Thank you. Chuck A, how are Stuart? Stuart are well. Geraldine Carstensen, great to see you, Cap. Great to see you too. I love when everybody shows up. It's like a party. It's like a party in my mouth, and everyone's throwing up. And Adam Vera's like, yep, yeah, that's usually when you come in when I'm playing a game, but not playing a game this time. Although I was playing Super Hot last night in VR. That game is fun once I figured out how to actually throw something, because that's quite helpful in that game. Gotta say. Nick Dunny, g'day, Cap. G'day, Nick. Merrick Wolf, finally catch a live, usually at work. That's what everybody's been saying. Actually, it's a really weird chat tonight. Everybody's like, how's your day been? Hope it's been well. How's it going? I can finally catch a live. Quite interesting, actually. So, yeah. I figured I'd do an AMA. I haven't done a Ask Anything video in a long time. I used to do them as part of my captain's logs where I would read the comments or actually ask for questions that I could do an edited review, or not review, but answer video for. I haven't done that in forever, so I figured that's what it's Friday night and I feel all right. So let's do a Q&A. As you see, I am doing shots tonight, of course. Lemon Cello liqueur, which is like a lemon shot, probably pretty sour. So I honestly don't know. And a $20 super chat will get you not only a shot, but the truth. If you super chat in $20, you'll get the truth about a question you ask. I'll try to tell the truth about everything, honestly. But yeah, I used to do truth or drink instead of truth or dare. Like, you'd ask me a question and I'd either answer it truthfully or I would take a drink instead of having to ask it or answer it. So Those didn't, those went well for a few, but anyway, thought I'd try something new. Donnie Pearson says, I'm wonderful and hyped about tomorrow's FIFA World Cup round. Netherlands and the United States. Holy Gabriel, so Cap, you got the old Christmas tree and decorations up yet? Indeed we do. Got a lot of our shopping done too, which is quite weird for this time of year generally. Usually we don't have everything ready. We got like a few things we still got to get, but overall everything's bought for all the kids and the family and stuff. So it's actually, we're kind of ahead of schedule this year on that. I've contemplated setting up the Trekyards tree, which is just a smaller tree that I put in the ready room with all of the sci-fi ornaments on it, all the Hallmark ships and stuff. Sylvia suggested that she join me for a live to do that, and it would be like she would drink as well, which we might still do. I'm not sure. It was originally the plan was to do it last weekend, didn't pan out. This weekend's looking kind of busy. Tomorrow she's got to go into work because she's organizing the toy drive for the sick kids or whatever, and so she's going to be gone for some of the day doing that. And then in the afternoon, we actually have something called the Geeky Holiday Market, which is put on by the same people that organized the London Comic Con. Last year, they didn't have a Comic Con, but they had this Geeky Holiday Market, which is just a bunch of vendors that you can, go buy geeky holiday stuff or just geeky stuff from. So they did that in lieu of a Comic Con last year. This year, of course, we had London Comic Con, but they're still doing the holiday gift market thing. So that's kind of fun. We're going to be doing that tomorrow afternoon. I've also contemplated getting some footage from that to do a edited captain's log for you guys. I have released a video today on the Captain Foley personal channel, and there's one coming on Sunday. If some of you will recall, I got the Build Your Own Enterprise D Advent, not calendar, but Advent thing where you get to build an Enterprise D, one piece like every day in the month of December, and from Numbskull Entertainment. And I did a video showing that off about a half a month ago, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it because each day is a new piece to the puzzle or the ship, as it were. And I didn't think I could do daily videos for that, just because there's some days nothing would happen. You pull out a little piece for an attachment, and that's it. So what I'm doing is doing it weekly. So every Sunday, from this Sunday till Christmas Day, which is also on a Sunday, there will be a full week's worth of build on the ship. So since this Sunday is the 4th, you'll have 4 days of build up to that point, and then so it's the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th, with the final day being Christmas Day. And as a bit of a gift to you guys, it'll be the wrap up of the build and the Finnish Enterprise D model. So if you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, I would suggest going over there and checking that out. It's going to be fun. I'm glad I figured out a way to do it that is going to be hopefully entertaining. So yeah, I would say check that out. But yeah. All right. So Cap. Oh, read that one. Trekyards says, hey, the Holy Gabriel, all hail the almighty pug snores. Yes. Well, I got 2 of them curled up here with me, and unfortunately, it's a way of life here. Merrick Wolf says, looking forward to seeing the build. Yes, it looks like a very impressive model, and I am also looking forward to seeing the finished build. So, yeah, that should be fun. Kind of a nice little thing to do for Christmas. Now, I was going to originally post this on the Trekyards page so more people could see it, but I decided to put it on the Captain Foley personal page, just because I don't want to clutter up the Trekyards feed with a whole bunch of stuff that you guys might not want to see. So, and I do have more videos and stuff planned for the Captain Foley personal channel. So if you're not subscribed, please click the link down below, go check it out, and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And as I've said, there's a lot more to me than just Star Trek. So if there's anything you have questions about, tonight's the night. Ask away. I'd love to see what kind of questions you guys might have about your captain. Check or not, those stamps look sick, Cap. Yes, those King Tut, or, well, is it King Tut or just Ancient Egypt stamps? They do look very cool, so thank you for sending me that, Check or not. I don't think I'll be getting those, though, so. Delilah, Leaves and Logs Life. Leaves and Logs Life. What do you mean, Delilah? Holy Gabriel, should be fun to see another Enterprise come together in all of her Galaxy-class perfection. Indeed, it should be. All right, I'm going to have a shot of this before anybody super chats. I just want to... Well, never mind. Geraldine Carstensen, $20. Thank you. Let's get this party started. How many carrots does it take to make a carrot cake? Sorry, no Trek Cap questions. So just share a thought. How many carrots? Depends on the size of the carrot cake, I guess. Unless you're talking about carrots for diamonds, in which case you can't make a carrot cake out of that. Cut, clarity, color, and carrot size. Those are the 4 things you look for in a diamond. I used to work at People's Jewelers many moons ago. But thank you, Geraldine. Yeah, it smells like pure lemon juice, so this should be lovely. Whew. That is a palate cleanser. That is. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I could do many of those. It does not go down anywhere near as smooth as the maple cream liqueur last night. Wow. Delilah says, sorry, my dyslexia. Don't apologize for that ever. I also have dyslexia, so. Holy Gabriel, carrot cake is gross and you'll never change my mind. It's not, though. I don't mind carrot cake, especially with a really good icing. If it doesn't have icing, I really can't eat it. The idea of carrot cake is gross, but wow, I don't know if I can take many shots of that. Oh. So yeah, I mean, carrot cake, it is what it is. I don't mind carrot cake, actually. I just don't know whose idea was it to make a carrot cake. Like, we have carrots left over. Can we make a cake out of it? I don't know. Let's try. I actually kind of enjoy carrot cake, as long as it's got a good icing, as I said. Geraldine is laughing. Thank you. Trek or not, dishwasher liquid, LOL. It tastes like it could be cleaner, for sure. Yeah. It's 32% alcohol. 32% alcohol. It says serve chilled, so it's nice and cold. That's great. But holy Christ, 32% alcohol? Ugh. It does taste like cleaner. Ugh. It would be better to mix in drinks, I think. But anyway, here we are. We're doing this thing. So, Merrick Wolf, I am with Gabriel. Carrot cake is bad. Doc McGillicuddy, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you kill a man? I haven't had a Klondike bar in a long time. I don't know. What would I do for a Klondike bar? Whatever was required, I'm sure. Bright Starline, Steve Austin, astronaut, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Steve Austin will be that man. The Holy Gabriel, that face says it all. That shit sour as fuck. Yes, it is. Carrot cake is delicious, says Ryan. Yes. Oh, sorry, Little King. I don't know if I should refer to you as Ryan. But I just did, so sorry. Doc McGillicuddy, carrot cake, the Great Depression. I'm sure it was invented during the Great Depression, actually. Yeah. Daniel's Hot Topics. The Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny trailer is sensational. I hope the future ruler of Earth, the one we will all be bowing down to someday, Doomcock, is wrong and time will not be changed. Fucking Doomcock. Panic Pecker. Guy's a fucking... Can't believe you people watch him. Anyhow, Geraldine Carstensen, don't you mix that with shit? You can mix it with stuff. It would be very good in certain cocktails. But no, I'm just doing it raw, dirty style, I guess. Doc McGillicuddy, give it to the wife to replace lemon pledge. No, no lemon pledge. T Rants, do you think a starship that could deploy fighters and give a broadside of torpedoes would be a good design? Yes, and there already is one that does a broadside of torpedoes. It is called the Andor class, and it's from FASA. It is a torpedo gunboat, and that's exactly what it does. It's got sideways firing photon torpedo tubes, and it's one of my favorite designs. But yes, I do. Fighters are kind of ineffective in Star Trek, I think. We've done a whole video about that. So, yeah. Trek or not? Ah, yes, this liquid makes fine sword cleaner. Oh, it would be great for cleaning the swords, I'm sure. Merrick Wolf, I hate this. It is revolting. More? Please. Exactly. That's great. Daniel's Hot Topics. Kneel before Lord Doomcock. Nope, not leaning. I'm not kneeling in front of anybody with cock in their name. I'm sorry, my friend. If you want to do that, if you want to be sucking all up on that cock, you go right ahead. You meet your doom that way. Whatever, man. You get blasted in the face. I don't care. Trek or not, in fairness, I hate cinnamon drink like Goldschlager. Goldschlager's good. So is Fireball. Fireball's fantastic. I haven't had Fireball in a little while. I love the cinnamon stuff. So, or Aftershock. I haven't heard of Aftershock. Doc McGillicuddy, Doom Dick bashes everything for views. Yep. Yeah, he's a sellout. He just hates for hate's sake just to get views. And I mean, it's a good strategy. It's very successful. He's got the subscribers and raking in the money. But unfortunately, we don't sell out here. We tell our opinions like it is, not just to get views. So, you know what? It's how I can sleep at night. The Holy Gabriel, I do like some Fireball, very cinnamon heavy. Yes. Geraldine Carstensen, $20. In that case, again. Oh, gonna fucking kill me there, Geraldine. Oh my god. All right, well, what is it? It's yellow. It is yellow. Thank you so much. I have to steel myself for these because these are like, oof, rough. If you just drink it down without letting it linger in your mouth, don't breathe in until it's down, it feels like you just had a little bit of cough syrup. So, Adam Vera, how long have you been married? Long enough to know that, I don't know. I was going to come up with something clever there and I couldn't. Let's see. Math. Oh, yeah, 9 years. It'll be 10 years next year. Yeah. And I was married to Mac's wife for 5 years. Gorgonzola, cinnamon is for Christmas cookies. I prefer sugar cookies for Christmas cookies, but no cinnamon in those. Daniel's Hot Topics, because I bet the Dial of Destiny is either a time travel device or a device that causes changes and ripples through the timeline. I bet you $30 that they are doing this to erase Indy 4. Cool. I'm not betting you because you're probably right. Planet X, I never get the notification, even though it's set to all notifications. Stupid YouTube. Yep, YouTube is notoriously bad for fucking us in the ass as far as algorithm goes and not notifying people. And also, like, one day just decided, oh, you don't need those extra 5,000 subscribers you got. They're just gone now. So our numbers dropped by 5,000. That really annoyed me. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. And it's like, oh, fuck, now I just give up. I'm pretty much like pissed off at this point. So yeah. Trek or not, keep drinking the yellow and you shall sleep well tonight, my friend. That's very true. Doc McGillicuddy, I just gifted a mason jar apple spice moonshine made in the hills north of Montgomery, Alabama. Imagine drinking 99 proof. Yeah, I've heard a lot of moonshines are really good. I've heard of like some strawberry flavored ones where they just throw in some strawberry. Like, I would love to try some of the flavored ones. Apple, apple spices. Well, it would taste like cider. It would be like apples and cinnamon. It would be good, but it's not my favorite. So, Daniel's Hot Topics: Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull wasn't that bad. I mean, not as bad as a lot of people say it is, but it's not great. So, it's not my favorite, that's for sure. Misha is here. Good evening, Misha. Geraldine Karstensen, we're laughing with you, not at you. You are a leader. You make things go. I try. I try to, until I hit the floor. The Holy Gabriel cough syrup is for a whole other kind of fun. Rowboating is fun upon occasion. Rowboating? I don't know what rowboating is. I know what motorboating is, and that's very fun. On not even on occasion, just all the time. So, Misha, wait, what? Who's ass fucking? Where? Oh, YouTube likes to fuck us in the ass raw with no lube. But hey, you know, you get used to it, and you just go like, all right, whatever. You know, you'll lube up and, you know, treat your cronies like Doom Dick really well. But for the channels that actually do a lot of hard work and are sincere and don't sell out, yeah, you know, whatever. Daniel's Hot Topics. Don't tell me you like Salty Trekker. Don't like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because it was an enjoyable movie. It was the first indie movie made in the 21st century. Don't tell me you like Salty Trekker. I like Salty Trekker just fine. I wouldn't say I like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's just not as bad as everybody says. I didn't mind Shia LaBeouf in it, honestly. But some of the effects, the overall, like a lot of the CG effects were just fucking god awful. I even like the alien idea, but it didn't really play out as I thought it would. And when you look at the whole thing compared to the other ones, it's very much like a made for straight to DVD release kind of movie, it feels like. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I like it. I just don't hate it. Misha, moonshine is great for clearing your sink's drains, I'm sure. Daniel's Hot Topics, the special effects were good. They weren't, though. They weren't. Especially that car chase through the jungle. That was just stupid. Gorgonzola, I guess I'm not drinking alone if I get myself a cough syrup, too. Exactly. Doc McGillicuddy, if you can get away with getting it over the border, I'll send you some. Mark it as a paint thinner. That's up to you, man. I don't want to try getting anything over the border. General Grievous, if you run out of fuel, you can fill your tank with moonshine. Robo-tipping. Bright Starline, I'm not the kind kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Fields, blown up with a girl named Bo. But somehow I just don't. But somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I'll die living in the movies on TV. But the hardest thing I ever see is watch my leading ladies. Something, something, while I'm bandaging my knee. Yeah, The Fall Guy. Fucking great show. Great show. Didn't think I'd know that one, did you? And he goes on to say Fall Guy. For fuck's sakes. Birth Defect 1186. Temple of Doom was the best prequel. Sure. Temple of Doom's not that great either, but whatever. Tony Armstrong just picked up 8-inch Kirk figure from Diamond Select for $16 tonight. Is that a good price grab? I would say yes. Trekyards, the Area 51 part of Crystal Skull was good. Sean O'Neill, hit that like button. Yes, hit the like button. Trekyards, the atomic bomb fridge. That was incredibly stupid. and completely dumb. Devo77X, I'm not too crazy about Major Grin. Okay. Dan's Hot Topics. You know what sucks? Shia LaBeouf was going to be in the next Indiana Jones. The ending hinted that when Shia LaBeouf put on the hat and he said, "Not yet, kid." Now the woman, what's her face, will be the next Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's okay. I understand why people don't like Shia LaBeouf. I don't mind him at all, but yeah, it would have been pretty cool, I think, honestly. Birth defect. Star Trek 6 is much better than Crystal Skull. Yes. Star Trek 6 is great. Misha throws in $10. Thank you so much, Misha. Much appreciated. YouTube sounds like a prison boyfriend. Well, yeah. Gorgonzola. The question is, which was worse, Star Trek 5 or Indiana Jones 4? Indiana Jones 4 for me. Star Trek 5 is kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. There's a lot of stuff I like in that movie. Again, the effects aren't fantastic in that movie. There's a lot of stupid mistakes. But honestly, the budget was cut so many times. Shatner's real first directing gig. It wasn't the expansive story he wanted due to a writer's strike. So he had a lot going against him. But the trifecta, the camaraderie between Kirk, Spock, and McCoy is pretty fantastic and very TOS. So I absolutely love that. So it is a guilty pleasure for me. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull had potential. It just didn't hit it, in my opinion. Sorry, I meant 5 was better than Indiana Jones 4. Gotcha. Daniel's Hot Topics. Actually, talking about the scene in Indiana Jones and the the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the atomic bomb and the fridge, that could work. The fridges back then were packed with lead and were better armored. Yeah, but you would survive the nuclear blast, radiation, but being thrown that far, you'd be fucking liquefied into a puddle of goo in the bottom of the thing. You would be dead. You would have a concussion at the very least. You wouldn't be walking away from that, my dude. Lead or not. Clunesburg, Crystal Skull was better than Temple of Doom. I can see why you'd say that, and that would be a good versus because they both are kind of honestly. So, Sean O'Neill, Star Trek 2009 or Crystal Skull? Star Trek 2009. There's things about that movie that are pretty good too, and plus it's fun to just kind of cringe at it. So, Gene Owalski Jr., I went back to watch DS9 again recently and noticed something interesting. A lot of the music in season 9 was recycled into Voyager as well. Didn't notice that, didn't know that, so thank you. Birth defect, which is worse, TNG season 1 or V? Haven't seen V in forever, although I recently watched a retrospective on it, a retrospective review. I would have to say that V would be worse. I say that begrudgingly because I don't really remember. I need to go back and watch it. Trek or Not, Undiscovered Country, the most well-rounded movie? Well-rounded in what way? Star Trek 2 is a much better movie. Star Trek, like the Undiscovered Country, is great on so many levels. There's a few things wrong with it as well, but the overall premise and just kind of the main story beats are there and they're good. So, Star Trek 2009 actually got my brother back into Star Trek. Very cool. Good to know. Doc McGillicuddy, the fridge scene from Indiana Jones sure protect from radiation, but the force of slamming into the earth would have made him a pancake. Exactly. Misha, confession, I don't hate any of the TMP films. In fact, I like all for different reasons. I'm the same way. Misha, Indy would absolutely not survive the fridge thing. Just gotta take my word on that for this one. Okay. Gorgonzola, follow-up question. What is more hilarious, Atomic Fridge or Deck 78? The Atomic Fridge. Deck 78, there's a fanfic written about something where somebody went on board the Enterprise to mess with Montgomery Scott and change all the deck labels because he was messing with the ship. Scotty was trying to get the ship working properly the entire movie, so they knew he was all over that ship, and they were messing with the signage, and so it's actually got an explanation somewhat. So I kind of, yeah. So there you go. General Grievous, look up how it should have ended. Video for Indiana Jones 4. I've seen a lot of those. I've probably seen that one, but it was a while ago. So, Birth Defect, Undiscovered Country is better than it has had the right to be. I consider it up there with Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, it's good. There are some visual things that are kind of off for me, but overall, I really enjoy it. So. Daniel's Hot Topics. What if you wore a helmet that would potentially protect you from a concussion? No, you'd still have like broken legs, broken arms, broken everything. You'd be compressed in there. Like you, I mean, even if you pushed against the side to kind of keep yourself from moving around inside, I think you'd have fucking multiple broken bones. Bright Starline. There are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe. Yeah. Original BSG, man. That's like the best fucking... Okay, the music, I hate the music from the new BSG. I'm sorry. But that tribal shit does not work for me. I'm sorry. That fucking epic original Battlestar Galactica music, that dun 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 dun, that's fucking mwah. Yeah, it's way better than the new shit. So Sulfurous, there's just something about the feel of two Meyer films that stands out compared to the rest. Yeah. Dr. McGillicuddy, Daniel, the helmet would have to be the size of a bus. Gina Walski Jr., people are going to find this unbelievable, but I've never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. Well, go watch it. You're missing out, my friend. Trek or not, maybe it was someone from the Excelsior getting revenge for Scotty for fucking with the Transwarp tribe. Maybe it was Styles. Mr. Captain 93, Kirk's Enterprise never looked better than Star Trek 6. Gene Iwalski Jr., can you still suffocate in the fridge? Yes, you would definitely suffocate in that fridge, by the way. And I don't think you'd be able to get out. Those ones had like a locking handle. We used to have an old fridge like that in our garage at home. And yeah, like you would not be able to get out. So yeah, you would die. Sulfurous, there are moments in Star Trek 6 where I forget the Enterprise A and not the original 1701. Trek or not, the refit in 6 had CGI moments. Misha, ever notice how some die-hard Star Trek fans really only like Star Trek 2 and TOS, and how Star Wars ones only really like A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back? Yeah, I've noticed that. Trek or not, like turning away from the Klingon ship. Yes, great theme tune, Donnie, absolutely. Bright Starline, love the music in the old BSG, it was awesome. Much better compared to the new shit. The intro into the classic Battlestar Galactica was great. Hey, at least the original BSG theme does appear in the new series from time to time. Yes, it does, and I appreciate that. That is how you do a reboot properly. Pay homage to the original. You got the old Viper Mark IIs. You got the old Cylons on display. You've got all that shit. You got the original music as part of the Colonial Fleet music. Yeah, that's how you do a reboot, guys. Star Trek, fucking pay attention. JJ, pay attention. General Grievous. The fridge would need inertial dampeners. The force of the blast launching you in the air would get you slammed against the sides as it landed, and the G-forces of landing would kill you. Absolutely. Gorgonzola, maybe I should write fan fiction that explains that the two registries and the name of the Prometheus multivector prototype are just camouflage designations. I would hate the Nebula Prometheus. Birth defect. Undiscovered had little details that took me years to find. You can follow the patch Spock tagged Kirk with him from the moment he left the bridge, and the callback to Judgment at Nuremberg. Perfect. Is the beryllium patch perfect? Because when Spock puts it on, it's this way. It's more horizontal, and then later, as he's walking through the Kronos One ship, it is vertical. He didn't know it was there. McCoy didn't point it out or know it was there. It's fucking blatantly obvious. It's like a big ass caterpillar on the back of the uniform. So McCoy should have seen it, but no, it moves by itself. I don't think beryllium patches are designed to move by themselves, but that is irritating. That's as bad as the moving bloodstain in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Gene Owalski Jr., I didn't look at it before I sent it out. I meant that you would suffocate before anything else. What happened to you? Well, before anything else would happen to you, yes. Misha, JJ, just stay away, okay? Happy to have a beer with you, but leave Star Trek alone. I wouldn't have a beer with JJ. Daniel's Hot Topics. I bet in Indy 5 they will say Mutt Williams and Marion Wavenwood, the wife and son, died on a previous adventure. Indy has hundreds of adventures between movies. We just saw 4 movies. Mr. Captain 93. So is Pike one of the top Trek captains, or is it too soon to say? I'd say he's earned the spot of one of the top Trek captains with the first season of Strange New Worlds. Absolutely. Yes. Sulfurous, I would just beam him off of the starboard without hesitation, to be honest. Just another one of the dime a dozen Holly weird hacks. Or just eternally confine him to the holodeck for our amusement. Tony Armstrong, the moving patch was a result of a transporter glitch. Birth defect. I meant the transition from Klingon to English in Kirk's trial. In the trial at Nuremberg, they did the same thing from German to English, also started Shatner. Yes, that was fantastic, the way they do that. I love at the end, too, where he's like, don't wait for the translation, answer me now. It's like, well, I need to wait for the translation, otherwise I don't fucking understand you dumb fuck. Mr. Captain 93, you and Sam need to do continuity errors live stream. Yeah, that'd be great. Good idea. Devo77X, rumors suggested that the next Kelvin Universe movie would have been a reimagining of TNG. Squadra Course, is your car okay? Saw the pic of you at the shop earlier. Oh, that was Sylvia's car. I was just getting new brakes, her brakes done. She needed new rotors, so I took her car in and paid for it. And she's like, that is the sweetest thing you could do for me. That is better than candy, box of chocolate, or flowers. Just taking my car in and taking care of all that stuff that she has a real headache dealing with. She thought that was fantastic and so sweet. So, brownie points. Misha, always remember Young Indiana Jones. I didn't mind Young Indiana Jones, actually. I rather enjoyed a lot of those. Squadra Course. Young Indiana Jones even have it on disc. Cool. Cody Michaels. Hello, Captain. Hey, all. Hey, Cody. Sulfurous. I always thought Pike would inevitably get the spotlight that the top captain gets. If he and April commanded the Enterprise, they must have been qualified for their role. Yeah, now I want to see April. I mean, we've always heard of Pike. We saw Pike in the Cage and Menagerie, whatever. And it's like, well, he's all right. It doesn't really stand out to me as anything important. But now that we've seen more of him, it's like, hell yeah, he is a good captain. Anson Mount brings it, for sure. I want to see more Captain April. I want to see the Captain April adventures now. Mr. Captain 93, thoughts on the new Transformers trailer? Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Rise of the Beasts. I love seeing, well, first of all, a G1 looking Optimus Prime. Thank Christ. And we got Optimal Oh my god. Oh my god. Optimal Prime. Maximal. Um, in the same scene. Brilliant. I want to see how they play it out. Bumblebee. Still a beautiful Camaro, man. And even an off-road version. I really love it. I've only seen it once. Optimus Primal. That's it. Sorry. My brain was just glitching on me. So yeah, seeing Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime on screen together. What? Amazing. Yes, I'm so excited for that. Gina Walski Jr., we need to leave TNG alone for the time being. Misha, sorry, I meant to type, anyone else remember Young Indy? I liked it just fine as I love history. Yeah, Young Indiana Jones was great. I really enjoyed it. Sulfurous, even if technically Enterprise was still just another one of the regular ships in the fleet and not yet distinguished until after the 5-year mission, the NX retcons. Okay. Birth defect, also. Or did the Klingons the best in my opinion? The crew, maybe not, but in general, Ambassador, his daughter, I don't like the TNG all that much. 6 did the Klingons really very well, yeah. Bright Star Line, banded together from remote galaxies, are 13 of the most sinister villains ever assembled. The Legion of Doom, dedicated to a signal objective, the conquest of the universe. That one doesn't ring a bell. Yes, Optimus Primal. I got it. I figured it out. My brain just went to mush. I had it on the tip of my tongue as I started talking, and then it just went bleh. Sulfurous, everything optimal except the rendering quality, lol. Not impressed, to be honest. About the Transformers trailer, really? I think it's fine. Super Friends. Yeah, I never really watched Super Friends. No, the Rise of the Beasts or whatever it's called. Okay, my brain is just melted today, apparently. Anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I really hope it's good. Bringing in, you saw Air Razor there, you saw Rhinox in that. I am looking forward to that for sure. Beast Wars is one of the best Transformers shows ever made. I hated Beast Wars when it first came out. I was younger, and I was like, they're doing CGI. They have the ability to make perfect looking Quiet's home. They have the ability to make perfect looking vehicles based on the original Transformers. Why the fuck are they doing animals? That just makes no sense to me. Then I started watching it, and it was good. It's very well written, very intricately crafted. The characters are fantastic. And then when they tie in G1 on top of it all, it's like, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, Beast Wars is, I mean, you got G1. You can't put G1 in any other place than number 1. Beast Wars is number 2. And Transformers Prime is probably number 3 for me for the best Transformers series. Beast Machines fell kind of flat a little bit. Only had 2 seasons, weird storyline, weird premise. Animation was even kind of wonky. It is a continuation of Beast Wars, but it just doesn't quite stand up for me, and I don't consider it part of Beast Wars either. So, yeah. Star Trek Mystery. Did Kirk ever get the glasses back that McCoy gave him in 2 and sold in 4? He only got them back when he got them in 2. That's the point. He sold them to somebody in the past, an antique dealer, and then they found their way over the course of the years to wherever McCoy got them from. Then they went to Kirk again. So, no, he didn't get them back. Gina Walski Jr., a Hallmark ornament suggestion. The bridge view screen playing the audio video for the entire episode of Star Trek. That'd be great. Thomas Foley is here. Hello, Father. Hello, Father, my old friend. I've come to annoy you on a live stream again. Yeah, it's my son, Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Hello from Tom's friend. Thomas's friend? I'm so sorry for bringing him into this world and having you meet him and having to endure being his friend. Sulfurous, I wonder if this means we're going to get the real arc on the big screen in some form, even as a rec. Obviously, don't doubt they'll top its glorious depiction in Fall of Cybertron, though, but it'd be cool. I would love to see the arc, absolutely. I don't know if I'd bet on it, but I'm confident that it might be in the new film. Yes. Cody Michaels, weird question. Do you have a favorite font or logo for any Star Trek show or movie? I think all the Star Trek fonts are great. If I had to pick one, though, I really like the Refit Hall Registry font. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to answer that. Danny Janie, have you ever been able to stump the Star Trek 20 Questions game? I don't think I've played the Star Trek 20 Questions game. Bright Starline, just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. Beats all you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Breaking. Yeah. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Yeah, I fucking love the Dukes of Hazzard, man. I used to watch that shit all the time. I had a thick ass Dukes of Hazzard coloring book. I had the General Lee with the roof flipped up so you could put the 2 action figures in. I had all the dinky cars, and I always had 2 sets. I had one that was in pristine condition, and then one that I would take outside and like drive the shit out of and be all banged up and chip the paint. Every time the paint got chipped, I got annoyed because I didn't like that. So I'd have to get a new one, but I always made sure I had a pristine one. So I had the General Lee, Roscoe's squad car, and the Daisy's Jeep, 3 set. Oh, and I also had a Boss Hogg's convertible. So yeah, Dukes of Hazzard was my jam when I was a kid, man. Gorgonzola, he got them back before he sold them and sold them after he got them. Ask Dolmer and Luxley about it. Thomas Foley, we have gathered for our annual golf hangout. You came up in convo, and here we are. Love you. Zachary, how's it going? Golf hangout, eh? Well, good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me. My son and his friends. I'm so proud that my son has friends. Danny Janie throws in $20. Cheers, Captain. Oh, okay, here we go. More of this lemon shit. This will be funny. All right, hold on. Danny Janie, thank you so much. Tastes like pure fucking lemon juice, man. Thomas Foley says, yo, why the roast? I did not deserve that. Laughing my DAO. Laughing my dead ass off. I don't know what the D is in LMDAO. I think it's a mistake on your part, but I love you. You know that. I always roast people that I love, so. Misha throws in $10. Thomas, tell us an embarrassing story about the captain. Sulfurous. Font discussion in Trek is underrated. There are so many good fonts in this series. Absolutely. One of them I don't like, though, is the old Gold Key Comics Star Trek font. It's a little rough, I gotta say. Sulfurous. TMP's typefaces are probably the most well-rounded and complimentary. Birth defect. I grew up with the Beast Wars, so I'm actually excited for a Transformers movie for the first time in a long time. Bumblebee was good. Gene Iwaski Jr., could you imagine a Christmas tree with all of the episodes of every single series all playing at the same time? No, I couldn't. Cody Michaels, I'm partial to the Galaxy font from the movies. Sulfurous, the original series font and TNG's title font are also cool. Danny Janie, Feklar stumps the 20 question Star Trek game, but otherwise highly recommended. Okay, I'll have to try it sometime. Cody Michaels, love TNG fonts as well. Fits the show so well. Birth Defect says, I like the show Dukes of Hazzard. The only thing I like about the movie was Daisy Dukes. Daisy's Dukes, yeah. Movie was all right. I haven't watched the movie in a long time, actually. Wasn't. It was a typical reboot movie that just fucked everything up, but whatever. Gorgonzola, Captain, can you sing the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers theme song? I guess Samuel would be too young to know it. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Yeah. How's it go? The time that you feel through. I don't know the lyrics. I can't remember the lyrics offhand. I know the tune, but. Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate above the law. Yes. Sulfurous, I still find it kind of funny that Swiss 911 Ultra compressed is the font used for the Elcar's display. Don't know how I didn't recognize it. What's the font used for the Skynet logo anyway? I don't know, but there it is. Skynet. Sulfurous doesn't look like micro gamma to me. Tony Armstrong, I believe that drink has provoked an emotional response. Yes. Anyway, Misha Thomas says, one time I was watching Halloween when I was young, and my dad dressed up as Michael Myers and grabbed me by the ankles. So, stopped watching after that for several years, lol. Love this man, though. Oh yeah, I was at the house in Mitchell. I came up the stairs with the Michael Myers mask and grabbed you by your ankles and, like, picked you up. Yeah. But then there's also the time where you were upstairs here, and I came up with one of the skeleton masks, I think, and I came in and scared you, and you fucking clocked me right in the jaw, and I saw white, and it's like, that's my boy. Yeah, you knocked me pretty good, so kudos to you, my friend. I know you'll be safe in the event of a horror movie incident. General Grievous, remember Obi-Wan roasted Anakin, and he loved him like a brother. He definitely roasted him. Literally. Mr. Captain 93, why didn't you name Thomas something like James T. Foley or Spock Foley, etc.? He's named after my papa, who was also Thomas Foley, and then his dad named Thomas Anderson Foley. So there's a long line of Thomas Foleys, so I needed to carry that on with my first son. So that's why. Renee, hi Stuart, dealing with some anxiety tonight. Haven't had issues in a while. Glad to see you streaming. Sorry to hear that, Renee. Hope you are doing better by the end of this. Just sit back, relax, enjoy me making an ass of myself, and have some fun. Good to see you. Feel better. Kloonberg, the movie was by the Broken Lizard guys. Bright Star Lines, DuckTales intro. I need to get the tune. Hold on. Duckburg. I can't hear it in my head right now, man. Maybe give me the lyrics and I'll be able to. Danny Janie, is Sam actually too young? Oh my fucking god, world. He's like 29 now, so he's not too old. Too young, I mean. Mr. Captain 93, did you like it when they bought the Duke's cousins when the original actors went on strike? Oh, did I like when they brought in? Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought that's one of those moments where the show kind of just. Shows have those moments where they kind of go, what? They take a detour. That was it. Yeah. Gee, I love DuckTales, both old and new. Cody Michaels, Rescue Rangers and DuckTales themes are some of the best in Disney. Don't forget Tailspin and Darkwing Duck. Squadra Course, doesn't Chip and Dale starts with sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes. Yes, it does. As long as you don't get Chippendale theme confused with the Chippendales theme. General Grievous, my man. Gorgonzola. Oh, yes, didn't think about it. Chippendale are called Chip and Chap in Germany because nobody would know about Thomas Chippendale here. They were called A. Horen and B. Horen here before rescue. Wow. Weird. Birth defect. I hate how Star Wars uses a fake alphabet in their universe, but then names their fighters X, Y, A, B, V, etc. That's a very good point. That's just the translation. That's the translation. Mr. Captain 93. Michael Myers mask or William Shatner mask? Michael Myers mask, hands down, every time. Because it's the same fucking mask. Only the eyebrows have been removed, it's been painted white, and the hair has been slicked back. Sulfurous says, an incident. Cody Michaels, there's no case too big, no case too small. If we need help, just call Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah. One of my favorites is Gummy Bears. The Gummy Bears intro is oh so great, I'm telling you. So Thomas fought Captain Skeletor. Nice. Birth defect. My first son will be named Tiberius. I have claimed it. Eric Martin throws in $20. Just what I need to break from work. Still have a couple of hours work tonight, or I'd be drinking too. Well, thank you, Eric. I'm drinking this shit that you bought me. Okay, this would be good in cocktails. This is 35% alcohol, or 32% alcohol, sorry. It tastes like cleaning fluid, but it's not too bad. If you drink it properly, and swallow without inhaling, and then once you swallow, then you inhale, it tastes like you just had some cough syrup. So thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the alcohol. And thank you for making me feel like I'm drinking cleaner. It's a little rough, is what I'm saying. Cody says, my mom's dog is named Tiberius. Bright Star Lines. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars late. Yes, life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I'm singing as Aaron comes in. Hey, Aaron Waltke, how's it going, my friend? Okay, Disney Afternoons for the win. Bright Star Lines. Do the Gummy Bears, Captain Foley. Okay, let's see. Trying to hear that one too. Again, if I hear the lyrics, or if I read the lyrics, I'll get it. Somebody shoot me the lyrics for Gummy Bears, because I do know it. I have it on my MP3 player. Sometimes it's just hard to lock onto the tune. So, Aaron Waltke, if you could own any martial arts weapon from any sci-fi or fantasy series and master all of its fighting techniques, which would it be? Any martial arts weapon from any sci-fi. The glaive from Krull. Ha. There you go. Squadron Course, have you watched the CGI Masters of the Universe on Netflix? If so, what do you think? Yeah, I've watched both of them. I've watched the CGI one, and I've also watched the one by Kevin Smith. I think they're both great. I didn't think I would like the CGI one, but it's very well done. So yeah, I did enjoy it. Sulfurous, we've seen countless redesigns for the TOS Enterprise interior, but what about the refit and its interior? Any good redesigns or visual updates that others have made? Not that I've seen. Not that I can think of offhand. Aaron Wolke, I've had a couple of Manhattans tonight myself. Oh, Aaron, welcome to the party. I'm drinking this shit. Limoncello liqueur. It's 32% alcohol. Tastes like tastes like cleaner. It's good. It's very, very lemon, like pure lemon juice tasting. Sing Darkwing Duck. I need some lyrics. I'm sorry. Stephen W. Fath3. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by earlier on Text Trek. Aaron, you've been cheating on Trekyards with Text Trek? How dare you, sir? Disney karaoke. Planet X. Even as a young child, I didn't like the Disney cartoons. I always wanted to watch TOS and TNG reruns. I was a teenager and I was still watching the goddamn Disney cartoons. Nothing wrong with them. Sulfurous. I don't think reimagining the refit interior would need much, but if the detailing was at least on par with the interior sets of 2001: A Space Odyssey, it would be really cool. No cutting corners. Birth defect. Why do you call him Junior? Cody Michael's dog is named Tiberius. Okay. Gorgonzola. They actually mixed in Pluto to the German version of the original DuckTales theme. They fixed with the new version. I love the new DuckTales because it took many ideas from Don Ross's comics. Bright Starline. Daring Duck of Mystery, Champion of the Night, Darkwing Duck. That Darkwing Duck is not coming to me right now, unfortunately. But Gummy Bears will, and I love Gummy Bears. Hold on, we'll get there. Donnie Pearson, speaking of Refit Enterprise, I love that Graphworks paper craft model that I have received last evening. Very cool. Aaron Waltke, hey, Fath3, love the live reviews. Oh, so you show up to his live review, but not ours. No, I see how it is. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Pumpkin Spice, Mary Wiseman can't as Sailor Moon, or cast as Sailor Moon in a new live-action movie. Get the fuck out. What? If true, very intriguing. Cody Michaels, my mom dog is named Tiberius, not mine. Misha throws in $20. Is it cleaner or cough meds? Make up your mind. Listen. All right, here we go. You people, and you're trying to kill me. Right, so if you hold your breath and swallow it, then breathe in, it tastes like cough syrup. If you just inhale while you're taking the shot, it tastes like cleaner. So it tastes like both. Pumpkin Spice. Gargoyles really good back in the 90s. Yes, Sylvia's a huge Gargoyles fan. She's got all the Funko Pops up there. I bought her the complete series on DVD a few years ago for Christmas. She is a huge fan of Gargoyles in general. As you can see, she collects many. There's a bunch up there. They're all over the house. But the show in particular, she's a big fan of. Tails Orange Star. I cannot give you the full lyrics. YouTube cuts me off. Don't give me the full lyrics. I just need like 2 or 3 bars or 2 or 3 lines. I don't need the full lyrics of anything, pretty much. Aaron Waltke. I'm friends with the new DuckTales writers. They're good folks. Very cool. Darkwing Duck was Disney Batman. True. Don't forget Robo-Duck. Not early. Just joking around about where he was when. Well, there you go. Really sad. Smart Smears, do you think the version of Discovery we got is at least better than the potential Brian Fuller version we would have gotten instead? Which one is that? I don't know which one you're talking about. The Discovery Alpha, as I call it, and Samuel calls it, the one that we got in the early trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, was a much better design than the final version. So, Squadricor's been working on a... Okay, hold on. Smart Smears, I just want to get into this real quick. Brian Fuller's original reason for that ship, the hull shape the way it was, and the color of the ship, was that it was meant to actually infiltrate Klingon space, and from far away on a sensor reading, it would appear to look like a Klingon ship. There was some kind of story involving that aspect that got changed somewhere along the line. But that's why the Discovery is the color it is and the hull shape is the way it is, because it's very reminiscent of a Klingon ship. So, not a lot of people know that. Squadron Course. Been working on the Cerebus interior. Just finished the 3/4 view of the bridge. It's inspired by Undiscovered Country Bridge. Might post it on the Facebook group for a comment. Okay. Misha, that didn't sound like a full shot. Oh. Really, Misha? Eric Martin, do you remember the Ultraman theme song? I never watched Ultraman because I don't watch crap. No, so I do not remember the Ultraman theme song, sorry. Bright Star Lines. Dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. All through the forest they sing out in chorus, marching along as the song fills the air. Gummy bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. Yes, sir. Fucking love the gummy bears. Gorgonzola, I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the self-sealing stem bolt that falls in your shuttle's starboard nacelle connection. I am Darkwing Duck. Leon Ebby, greetings, Captain. In Prodigy, do you think the rogue crew of the Protostar will be offered entry into Starfleet at the end of the story? If not, how do you think the story may resolve? They're going to get offered entry, for sure. Yes, 100%. I don't know how the story is going to resolve necessarily, but it's going to be interesting to see, because you can't, like, and Aaron Waltke's here, one of the writers, but you can't have Starfleet get the weapon off and regain control of the ship, because then the show is just fundamentally changed. It has to stay away for the kids to be on the ship, and you can't say that because the construct is there, because they still wouldn't be able to communicate with Starfleet unless they find a way to fix that problem. But so I don't know how it's going to resolve. I'm super excited to find out. So yeah. Birth Defect. Anyone remember Space Above and Beyond? I felt it's a rough draft to the Battlestar reboot. I've never seen it, so. Pumpkin Spice, you must mean Gizmo Duck. He was Disney's RoboCop, LOL. Yes, Gizmo Duck, sorry. Eric Martin, $20. If you have any lemon left in your... clean your bathroom tomorrow. Thank you, Eric. Started out full. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but it's... Pumpkin Spice. With Prodigy tying up all of its plot lines, where will season 2 go? Admiral Janeway taking over the Protostar? I have no fucking idea. I have no clue, and I'm so eager to find out. General Grievous, a Klingon ship and a Federation ship got drunk on a wild night of fun on Nimbus 3, and a little time later, Discovery was born. Hashtag facts of life. Cody Michaels, do you have any Batman comics or graphic novels, Cap? Yeah, I've got quite a few comics actually in the other room. I haven't gone through my comic collection in years, though. It's something I want to do a video on at some point, but I have to dig them out of the closet and go through them. So, as for Batman, I've got quite a few. I got like the Hush graphic novels and stuff like that over there. So, come to think of it, Discovery looks more Klingon than most Klingon ships in Disco. Yeah, absolutely. Bright Starline, Daring Duck of Mystery, Champion of the night swoops from the shadows. Darkwing owns the night somewhere. Some villain schemes, but I can't remember it. Sorry. Smart Smears. I remember reading the original Discovery idea was going to be an anthology series that would change each season. I guess in the sense it's impossible to know what would come after season one. Yeah, and that was a fantastic idea. I was so excited for an anthology series. But nope, that fell by the wayside pretty quick. Sulfurous. What would the Star Trek equivalents of iconic ships like the Sidewinder MK1 or Anaconda be? Been thinking a lot about Elite. Dangerous lately, and what the ship designed to Starfleet. If Starfleet had. I don't know what the Sidewinder or Anaconda are. I know they're snakes, but I'm thinking a lot about Elite Dangerous. I don't know what that is. I've heard the name, but I don't know what it is. Gummy Bear theme was fire, yes. Smart Smears, that Discovery ship info is super cool, though. Yeah. Squadricourse, isn't it awesome that self-sealing stem bolts are still a thing? That was a great episode. It absolutely was. And I even found out how they worked. Brick Sternbach gave me a description at some point. Let's see if I don't know if I can remember at this point. It's a bolt you put in between two plates, hold them in place, and then it basically fires up a plasma charge and melts liquefied plasma throughout, and then it seals. Something like that, I think he said. So there you go. Speaking of Undiscovered, this Tuesday marks the 26 years since the final TOS movie debuted on the big screen. Pumpkin Spice, you must meet in 31 years. Star Trek 6 came out in 1991. Tails says, so I take it that when I sent you some of the lyrics, whatever could get sung, you did see that. I'm reading all the comments. What did you send me exactly, Tails? Eric Martin, you know what Quark used to say? If you drink enough of it, you'll learn to love it. That's true. Gorgonzola, anyone read The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck? I have not. Aaron Waldkey throws in $2 with a 1-up hippo. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Oh my God, I got a 1-up. Planet X, apologies for the off topic. There is no off topic. There is no topic. But I've been watching Enterprise. Do you think it was good that Trip taught the child bearer to speak in cognator and promote them as not a second-class being? There's no answer to that question. Yes, he did the right thing, but no, he shouldn't have interfered, and it cost them their life because they committed suicide. Yes, it was the right thing to do, but he should have taken them with him off of onto the Enterprise. I can't answer that question. There's no answer. That's why it's such a good episode. It's one of those moral quandaries that you can look at both sides of the argument. I can't answer it. I'm not qualified to answer it. Aaron Waldkey, you don't have to drink. I just wanted to send a hippo sticker. Well, thank you, Aaron. I'm not going to drink for $2. You cheapskate. But I appreciate the hippo sticker. I'm sorry, you're not a cheapskate. Daniel Vance, in some universe, were you arrested and convicted? What was it for? Okay, I was arrested. I was in jail for 8 days. But it was for uttering a death threat, which I never did. But my ex-wife, when we weren't yet divorced, made up some bullshit, told her dad. Her dad called the police, had the police come and arrest me, and it was the police mandate to arrest anybody that was uttering death threats. And I sat in jail for 8 days waiting to get to the court because they did court on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so on the off days, you didn't go, but on the days you did go, you went and you sat and waited, but the court was so overbooked that I didn't get. So 8 days I was there for no reason. And yeah, I never got charged officially with it because it was all bullshit. But yeah, actually in jail for 8 days, which really sucks. There you go. And now you know. But yeah, never convicted, never officially charged. Plus, there was a witness there that of where I was at the time, and I never called anybody or uttered a death threat during the time that it was stated that I did. It was all just bullshit. But whatever. It is what it is. That's an entirely too long a story to get into. Sulfurous. What do you mean 1995 wasn't 17 years? No, here we go. Misha, Elite Danger is a video game. Why I know that and you don't is a bit odd. Okay. Cody Michaels, I just got the Three Jokers graphic novel. Highly recommended. It's really great for anyone who likes Batman or The Killing Joke. Sulfurous, been around since the 1980s, so I figured more people would make the connection, especially with the poster and everything. Pumpkin Spice, it would be cool if they would finish The Pirates of Darkwater. That was a cool show. Bright Starline, ha 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 ha, spin it, ooh, 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 see ya, tailspin, ooh, yeah. Way through thick and thin, another tail, spin. Okay, my brain's not working at this point. I know it's supposed to be tailspin, I guess, but I got nothing, sorry. The Dummy Bears lyrics, I don't know the Dummy Bears. So Tails, you sent the Gummy Bears lyrics, did you? I'm just going back to see if I missed it. It says, I cannot give you full lyrics. YouTube cuts me off. And then the next thing you said was, so I take it that when I sent you some of the lyrics, whatever could get sung, you did see that. No, I did not see it. Sorry, I don't know where you sent it. Renee, holy shit, 8 days. Hope you didn't drop the soap. Did not drop the soap. And it wasn't prison, you dumbass. It was jail. There's a difference. It was just like the Stratford jail. Pumpkin Spice, arrested for lewd and lascivious conduct at the Las Vegas Star Trek experience. LOL. Eric Martin, I will try to stock you up with more acceptable booze before Christmas. Never trust associates at the LCBO. Just trust your gut and avoid the cleaning aisle. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, it would be good in certain cocktails and drinks as a little bit of a flavor, but whew. Captain Casey Stewart, only Disney Afternoon I didn't care for was the Goof Troop. I never watched that. Misha, was he convicted for sex in public in an alternative timeline, of course? Yeah, probably. I mean, I've had sex in public before, but never got caught, so. TMI? I don't care. Welcome to a late night live with Captain Foley, especially involving alcohol, so. Sulfurous, he blew up the JJ Prize and was charged with destruction of Federation property, regardless if it was just space junk. Aaron Wolke, what is your favorite item on the shelves behind you? And can you briefly show it off? All right, Aaron, you asked for it, son. All right, first of all, there's a bunch of shit all up in here. Let me turn on the light. I would say this would be one of my favorites. This is an actual deerstalker hat called the Sherlock, made in Great Britain. This was bought at 221B Baker Street in London, in London, England. When I went to visit Samuel, got a good Crusader's sword up there. So yeah, I'd say that's probably mine. You love Sherlock Holmes? My God, this is my Sherlock Holmes collection here. All this shelf. I am a huge Sherlock Holmes fan. So Aaron, if you're a Sherlock Holmes fan, tell me, who is the best Sherlock, or person to portray Sherlock Holmes. And if you say anybody other than Jeremy Brett, you're either lying or a fool. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff all up in here. Lots of varied interests and such. Some of this is Sylvia's, a lot of it's mine. We got, this is an actual fossilized bone from Alberta. This is a replica of a Utah raptor claw. That is a prehistoric bat. Big fan of the opera fan as well, Aaron. Let's see, Transformer stuff, Egypt. You're a fan of Rathbone? I mean, yeah, he's all right. But the only mystery he couldn't solve was the same one Doyle had: how to be rid of the man. He grew to hate Sherlock Holmes in his older days. And then, of course, Aaron, here's all the Star Trek books. The Star Trek bookcase that you never see on camera. So, yeah. There you go. And one of my other favorite things in here, Aaron, is this bad boy. This, of course, is the Highlander sword from Highlander. But this one let me just how like that. When you open it up, this one is signed by Christopher Lambert. It's even got a signature etched into the blade, and there can be only one. This is a live blade as well. So an actual signed sword there. I've also got the Kurgan's sword from the Highlander movie, complete with the spikes that pop out. I still have yet to do a video on my sword collection because I got a lot more than what's up here. So, but yeah, this is that's one of my favorite things, and so is the actual hat from 221B Baker Street that I bought there. I do have a few Deerstalker hats, but that one would be my favorite. I got the Dr. Jones journal from Last Crusade. But yeah, this is all like Sherlock Holmes stuff. Sherlock Holmes nesting doll and audio books and good night, Robert. And so there's Jeremy Brett in the middle. That's Dr. Joseph Bell, who Sherlock Holmes was based on, Arthur Conan Doyle, and then some of Sidney Paget's drawings there. Some of these books aren't Sherlock Holmes. So when I say this whole shelf is exaggerating a little bit because this shelf isn't, but the rest are all Holmes. So lots of audio dramas, both Basil Rathbone and others. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Aaron. Very good question, by the way. So anyway, let's get this back in the holder here. I promised to do a walk around of the library at some point too. We just never got around to it. Where the hell are we here? Captain Foley, did you like the theme music for Airwolf? Yes, of course I did. It's epic. It's on my MP3 player. I listen to it while I'm in the car sometimes, which is dangerous. Kloonberg, Elite Dangerous is a fun space sim, but you can be a little too realistic. Birth defect. In an alternate timeline, I knew two people who spent a week in a foreign jail for sex behind a McDonald's dumpster. Oh, Jesus. Planet X, follow-up question. Was Riker justified in trying to stop Soren from undergoing conversion therapy in The Outcast? I'm not answering these questions. Leon Ebby. Q returns in Picard finale season with some of that extra energy. That'd be neat. Darth Eddie, what did you think about the TOS Medusan ship in this week's Prodigy? I'm loving the callbacks to the classic aesthetic. I loved it. It's the same ship that's in the remastered episode as Inner Truth and Beauty. So good job. I thought it was fantastic. Sulfurous, especially with the, oh fuck, my cabin just got shot the hell out. And I'm dying. What do I do? I can't see anything. Okay. Eric Martin, it would be fun to get arrested for putting confetti cannons in the Discovery Bridge torches. Sean O'Neill, TMI yards. I mean, hey, welcome to Late Night Live. Misha, $20. Didn't get caught, but did get a Thomas 9 months. No, that wasn't. Oof. Misha. It wasn't that time, but hey. The funny thing is, I know exactly when Cassie was conceived. Not that she'd ever want to hear it, but she's my youngest daughter. But anyway, TMI again. Sorry. Aaron Waltke says, "Love Sherlock Holmes. You're the man, Aaron. So much more respect for you now." Pumpkin Spice. What got you into Star Trek? For me, it was The Neighbors. Excited for TOS coming into TV in 1981. What got me into Star Trek? My life. When I was born, my brothers were both big fans of Star Trek. So I just grew up with Star Trek always on. I never know a time without Star Trek. It's just always been in my life. Oh, and the real pipe, too. Well, that's a prop pipe. I need to get a real one. But yeah, I don't have one yet, unfortunately. Pumpkin Spice in our area, so I watched it, too. Casey Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Late Night Live with Stuart Foley, coming to you from London, Ontario, Canada. Robert Westfall, oh, he's sick. Oh my God, no, sorry. Hugh Laurie was the best Sherlock. No. Aaron Waltke, I'm a fan of Basil Rathbone as well, but Jeremy Brett is excellent. He is excellent, but he is the definitive Holmes on screen, in my opinion. Aaron, have you ever had a chance to speak with Nicholas Meyer? Nicholas Meyer is, of course, the director of Star Trek II, Star Trek VI. He's also a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, has written numerous Sherlock Holmes novels, including The 7% Solution. And I had him sign a bunch of my Star Trek scripts and some Sherlock Holmes books that he wrote. Plus, I picked up a few of his new ones when I was at Wonderfest this year. And he's got an excellent answer to who the best Holmes is. I said, is it Jeremy Brett? And he basically said, you can't take anybody's interpretation of Holmes as either the best or not. They all have good things going for them, and there is no definitive Holmes ever shown on screen, essentially. So I kind of disagree with him, but if you ever get a chance to speak with Nicholas Meyer, Aaron, I strongly suggest you do so. He's a lot shorter than you'd expect, but he is an excellent speaker. I could listen to him talk for hours. It was great to hang out with him. So, Pumpkin Spice, Star Trek II, the first movie I saw in theaters, age 7. What an experience. And the music. Darth Eddie, I like the Titanic model. Aaron Waltke said, I have that same copy of Warped. Excellent. Birth defect, there could be only one. Captain Kirk. Cody Michaels, here we are. Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. Don't make me sing. I'm not a good singer. Wow, Lambert himself. Yes. Captain, as a Canadian, shouldn't the skull on your shelf be a bottle of Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka? No, because that bottle of Crystal Skull vodka is down on my bar. And yes, I've used it on the live. I've drank from it. Pumpkin Spice, JJ and Kurtzman Kirks need not apply. Kloonberg, I remember being stuck in the gravitational pull of a star and my ship started overheating. I didn't know what to do, so I just turned off my PlayStation. Good night, Robert. Grant McGregor, the best Sherlock Holmes series. Aaron Walke, amazing collection. Thanks for sharing. No problem, Aaron. Glad you enjoyed. The Playboy Playmate book, intriguing. Hi, I'm Captain Foley. Nice to meet you. I don't know if you know, but of course I would have a Playboy book. What is wrong with you? Captain Casey Stewart, I bet you drive faster when listening to Airwolf. I know I do. Oh, I absolutely do. And it's funny because the police don't seem to, they didn't get the memo that the speed limit is different when you listen to that. So, unfortunately, that can be a problem. There is a PC game of the fastest Starship Combat Simulator. Is there? Intriguing. Misha, no one in my family was into Star Trek when I was young, but I found my way into it anyway. Good man, I appreciate that. Stumbling around in the dark, were you, Misha? Eric Martin, my mom used to watch TOS when she was pregnant with me. She says, so I got hooked young. Birth defect, Lou was the best Watson. Fuck off. And if you were, who did you say was the best Holmes? Hugh Laurie. I don't know if I've ever seen Hugh Laurie's Holmes, but if you're talking about Johnny Lee Miller from Elementary, I agree with Johnny Lee Miller's really good as Holmes. I think better than Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever the fuck his name is. I think Johnny Lee Miller makes a better one, but please, for the love of God, stop modernizing Holmes. Leave him in the Victorian era. Yeah, that's just... I knew of Star Trek when it was referenced, but I didn't get into it until Star Trek 2009. DS9 is my favorite now. Interesting. Aaron Waltke, I really enjoyed the 7% Solution. Read it many years ago. Yeah, he's done quite a few since then, but yeah, I had him sign my original copy of 7% Solution, so... Sulfurous, for me, it's the music that plays when the camera pans from the Enterprise on the opposite side of Regula to the Reliant above. The Princess of the Universe. No, I didn't say Princess of the Universe, but whatever. Darth Eddie says, Jeremy Brett is the only Holmes I think of other than Rathbone. I know Cumberbatch plays the character, but that's a modernized version set in our own time and never feels right. Brett is A-level. Yes, but Benedict did do a Victorian version in the what's the name of that episode? The something Bride. Is it the Corpse Bride? I can't remember. Anyway, he did a Victorian version. Spot on. They need to keep Holmes Victorian. Planet X. Okay, here's a lighter-hearted question. Who would win in 3D chess, Spock or Data? Data. Cody Michaels. I was the only child of a single mom. Only had 3 VHS types at first. Star Trek 4, Batman 89, and The Princess Bride. I would watch the other Trek movies out of order. Aaron Waldkey. You'll have to show off your bar sometimes. I've only just started filling out my Scotch collection after my recent trip to the UK. I'd love to add some Canadian maple whiskey to it. My friend, I wish I could send stuff like that across the border. Unfortunately, they're quite kind of picky about that. But if you're ever in Canada, if you're ever in Toronto for whatever reason, Toronto's only an hour and a half from my house. So let me know and we will get you down, come and visit me. I would love to show you the collection in person. There's so much more stuff than just what's up here. There's the Ready Room next door. There's a lot more swords and other collections downstairs. Aaron, if you're ever in Toronto, let me know. I will come and meet you. Or you can come visit me. I don't care. But Pumpkin Spice. Ultimate speeding ticket song. Kickstart my heart. Misha. Jailed for listening to Airwolf while driving. Who, you? I think you were jailed for another reason if you were driving. Captain Casey Stewart. I drive faster with Knight Rider theme as well. Oh, yes. She says I never stumble. Hugh Laurie, House MD. I know who Hugh Laurie is. I know that House is based off of Holmes. I get that, but I have yet not seen all of House yet, so I need to watch that. But yeah, I love the Lou reaction. I can't stand Lucy Liu. I fucking hate her. However, in Elementary, she is all right. And it's funny. Here, I want to show you something. This is funny. My brother Steve, my oldest brother, has a kind of wacky sense of humor. So he knows that I hate Lucy Liu. Okay? Hold on. He knows that I hate Lucy Liu. So when he found out that Elementary had Lucy Liu as Watson, he he made me this. Hello. This, he says, every time Lucy Liu's on screen, just hold this up to the TV and pretend that this is the Watson you're looking at. This is one of the Watsons from Jeremy Brett's. Is this Edward Burke? I believe this is Edward Burke. Anyway, this side's got like a 3D version. And this side's got a talking version. So that when Lucy Liu's on screen, I can hold this up and pretend this is the Watson. So anytime she speaks, I can just do this. And, so he made this for me. And this is the kind of sense of humor my brother has. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, I say, Holmes. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's just fucking funny. Let's see. Holmes in the 21st century never looks nor feels right. We need horse-drawn carriages and gas street lamps, not cell phones and TVs. Agreed. Gorgonzola, have a good night and don't get too drunk, everybody. Synthahol isn't invented yet. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. Eric Martin, you will have to come down again, Cap, and we will watch Star Trek 2 or 6 on the big screen. I will have Dr. Pepper this time. Amen, my friend. I'd love to watch Star Wars with you as well, just the original Star Wars movies. Henry Cavill is the best Holmes. No, he's not. Don't get me wrong, I love Henry Cavill. I love Millie Bobby Brown, whatever the hell her name is. Those are good movies. If you read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's description of Holmes, he is not an attractive man. Henry Cavill is. Trust me, he is not a good Holmes. And you know how the worst Holmes is, in my opinion? The worst Holmes is Robert Downey Jr. He makes a fucking atrocious Sherlock Holmes. In no way is he anything even like Sherlock Holmes, besides the fact that he's human and has 2 eyeballs and a mouth. Other than that, there's nothing resembling Sherlock Holmes in Robert Downey Jr. His depiction of Holmes is atrocious. Ugh. For the record. Nisha, can I come visit and drive your car? Yes and no. Birth defect. You say that, but I legit know someone who thinks that, LOL. That Cavill is the best Holmes. Aaron Waltke, will do. If you're ever in LA, the invitation extends to you as well. Well, fun fact, Aaron. Samuel and myself might be in LA in March of 2023. Might be there for 2 weeks. So, we're coming for you, Aaron. This is when I message you, I get no response for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then it's like, oh, I just saw this now. Are you back home already? Or are you still in LA? Well, I sent you that 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm pretty much back home. Oh my God, that's such a shame. I just figured you might get to Toronto some point, and I would love to show you my place. So, House is pretty good. Yeah, I still have not yet watched all of House. I want to. Planet X, who is better, Shuttle Pilot Riker or Paris? Paris. Pumpkin Spice, any opinions on the new Transformers movie? They can just stop with those for about 30 years. I think it's great. I think it's going to be fantastic seeing Optimus Prime on screen with Optimus Prime and a G1 looking Optimus Prime at that. Please, give me more. I'm looking forward to this movie for sure. Captain Casey Stewart. Every time I hear Danger Zone, I think Tomcats and Top Gun, as you should. Absolutely. Even to the point where Top Gun Maverick, where they played at the beginning of the movie, and you see the C Squad at the strip club, which is the F-18s, which are just not as anywhere as attractive as the F-14. I was just picturing the beginning of the first movie because the F-14 looks so much better doing what those F-18s were doing. It Top Gun Maverick is great and all, but nothing beats the F-14, my friend. Birth defect. We saw never saw Element myself. She is easy on the eyes, though. She's not, though. I don't find Lucy Liu at all attractive. I mean, she's not harsh on the eyes, but I just not interested. Never found her attractive at all, not even remotely. So, you do you, have fun, but Elementary's worth checking out. It's a very well-told story. So, Pumpkin Spice, do you mean SWAT cats? What is SWAT cats? Kloonberg, Lucy Liu is sexy. She's not, though. So, the Darth Eddie, the Watson looks like a Terry Gilliam bit from Monty Python. I love it. Yeah. Hello. Hey, I say, Holmes. What are we doing today, sir? Personally, not into Asian women in that way, but I definitely think Lucy Liu is an 8 or a 9. Yeah, I'm not into Asian women that way either, honestly. There's the odd one that's great, but I think Lucy Liu, if I really had to rank her on a scale of 1 to 10, which is awful to 2, by the way, but I would probably put her around 5. So, Cody Michaels, Mighty Wings is a banger as well. It is. Pumpkin Spice avoided the Downey Jr. movies. I read online they made him gay in the movie No Thanks. Well, I've seen the movies, and that has never come up in the movies, so what? Okay, I've seen the Sherlock Holmes Robert Downey Jr. movies. He is not gay, so I don't know where the fuck he got that from, but that's wrong. He just makes an awful Holmes. He is in no way representative of Sherlock Holmes. The way he acts, the way he speaks, the way he looks. Nothing about him is Sherlock Holmes. Aaron Waltke, oh dang, hit me up, Trek Bros. Nah, we'll hang and it'll be rad. Listen to this guy. You've had too many Manhattans, my friend. You're not even going to remember this conversation. So I'm going to call you up or message you when we're coming to LA, and you'll be like, "What? I never said that. I don't live in LA anymore. I live in like Georgia." And I'll be like, "Oh, that sucks." And then yeah, I see what you're doing. You're going to avoid us. It's fine. It's fine. The Darth Eddie. I'm not even a fan of Cavill as Superman. He was, however, an excellent Napoleon Solo in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and that role he was made for. Yes, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is a fucking fantastic movie. Sylvia and myself have watched that a number of times. I think his Superman is great, honestly. So I'm just a fan of Cavill. He's great. Misha, we have Iran to thank for why all the F-14s are essentially gone today. I know. Don't remind me. I don't remind me. Captain Casey Stewart, nothing is sexier than F-14 Tomcats except Airwolf, in my opinion. Airwolf's great and all, but give me an F-14 any day. Kloonberg, I like Cavill, and he is good in U.N.C.L.E., but he's too handsome to be taken seriously as an actor. I prefer my actors to be old men like Clint Eastwood or Harrison Ford. Eric Martin, gotta get back to work. Don't get him too drunk, folks. Thanks, Eric. Good to see you. Cody Michaels, ever seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Downey Jr.? We watch that every Christmas. I've never seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I've said it. Aaron Waltke, okay, I've got to run. See you in LA in March. We'll grab a pint or two. Absolutely, my friend. It's good to see you, Aaron. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Paul N., the Air Museum in Liberal Kansas has one F-14. Pumpkin Spice, what does Iran have to do with the F-14s being retired? Seriously? You don't know? the U.S. sold Iran a bunch of F-14s, and basically just they scuttled all the ones that America had when they canceled the program, so that Iran wouldn't have any to steal parts from, because they're essentially aging. There's no way to get parts for the F-14. They'd have to make their own. Machine their own parts for the damn thing. They America gave Iran the F-14, which is a pretty, well, at least it was a pretty, devastating weapon. And yeah, unfortunately, that's why all the F-14s in America were scrapped, so that there would be no spare parts for Iran to send spies over to steal parts for the F-14s. Basically, had nothing to do with them being retired. But once the F-14 was retired, it was decided to scrap them all, so there'd be no flying versions of it left. Except for in Iran. America revealed the existence of a new strategic bomber today, the B-21 Raider. It looks a lot like the B-2. I know why the stealthier bombers have that shape, but the B-1 and the B-52 are way sexier. Misha throws in $20. Only one way to forget then. Portal. Oh my God. Misha. Oh. Yeah, that one's full. Spilled a little bit of that. So. Cheers, Misha. Whew. Yep. It's like pure lemon juice, my friend. Whew. Thank you. Birth defect. Kilmer was hilarious in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Cody Michaels. I honestly think you would really dig it, Captain. I'll check it out. Pumpkin Spice. What politician moron sold Iran F-14s? Somebody in the 80s. Birth defect. Iran got the older model of the F-14 that had compressor issues too. Yes, they did. Absolutely, they did. Kloonberg, same guy who did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, did The Nice Guys. That was pretty good too. Misha, Iran was ordered either the F-14 or the F-15. Was offered either the F-14 or the F. I wish you would have taken the F-15. I can't stand the F-15 Eagle. Fuck them for taking the F-14. They knew which was better, but that being said, the F-15 is pretty great. It's a pretty versatile platform. However, I prefer the F-14. We used to be allies of Iran. Yes, we did. General Grievous, yeah, because the F-14 deal went through before the coup that overthrew the Shah of Iran, and the new government wasn't friendly, and the United States Air Force was pretty much like, well, crap, what do we do now? Yeah. Misha, I love the B-52. I have several models of it on the shelf. Cody Michael, Shane Black, Lethal Weapon, and Iron Man 3. He was also in Predator as well. Pumpkin Spice, is the F-15 featured in the Iron Eagle movies? No, it's the F-16. The F-16 Falcon. Paul N. Iran was sold the F-14 when the Shah was in power after the revolution in the U.S. Techs pulled the circuit boards to the radars and IFF and smashed them and bailed. Yep. Joshua Farrow, what's up, Cap? So happy to be listening. Hope your night is going well. It is going well, Joshua. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Captain Casey Stewart said, also my favorites, the P-51 and the P-38. I love the P-51 Mustang. It is my favorite World War II fighter, followed very closely by the P-40. Planet X, did Tuvok deserve to die? LOL, sorry. Or deserve to live? No. You're sacrificing 2 lives for 1. What Janeway should have done was got a genetic sample from Tuvix and possibly cloned him, or found a way to put it in stasis until they were able to replicate him or in some way, or even reintegrate his consciousness onto a holodeck, in a holodeck program, so that he still continued to live. There's multiple things Janeway could have done, But hashtag Janeway did nothing wrong by restoring Neelix and Tuvok. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Birth defect says the F-111 is greater than the F-14. It's not at all, especially with looks. So, no. 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 Bad birth defect. Such a fucked up name. Captain Casey Stewart. Captain, do you like the A-10 Warthogs? I like them just fine. They're all right. There's a book I got called War of the Worlds New Millennium, where it's basically retelling this, the War of the Worlds, but modern times. And it turns out the A-10, since it's like the more old school, less fly-by-wire, that they actually keep flying after the EMP that the aliens used to knock out all the other jets. So the A-10 Warthogs are fucking just taking out Martians left, right, and center. It's a fantastic book. It's right here. War of the Worlds, New Millennium. What if the Martians launch their attack tomorrow? By Douglas Niles. I suggest checking it out. Especially if you're a fan of the A-10. There's a lot of A-10 stuff in here. Really good book. I do have my concerns about the F-35 being adopted by so many services and countries within NATO, since it has a lot of technical issues and has cost so much. Yeah. Planet X, better captain, Cisco or Janeway? Cisco. That's a really tough question because they're both fantastic in their own way, but Cisco's one of my favorite captains. Cisco, Kirk, and Archer are like my favorite captains. So, Misha, I will admit the F-15E is better than the F-14D. You can admit that all day long. I'll disagree with you, even though technically you're absolutely 100% correct. However, the F-14D is still my one and only true love, so you're wrong. The Darth Eddy. The FB-111 was an excellent strategic fighter bomber, but the F-111 was not as good a fighter as a strike plane as the F-14. General Grievous, gag, F-111 looks ugly, but I have friends who are in love with that thing, and I have no idea why. Captain Casey Stewart, the A-10 versus UFOs for the win. You okay, puppy? Come here. Say hello to everybody. She just got up and started wandering around. There we go. Let's see. Laughing my ass off. Feed the troll with your 111 hate. Oh, you got hiccups? Oh. Picard, the best captain in my opinion. Okay. Cody Michaels, just watching the Voyager episode Survival Instincts this morning. Do you think when Borg are cut off from the collective memories come back that fast? I mean, I don't know. Possibly. Oh shit. Right? Paul N. Cisco is just a Federation hotel manager. Oof. General Grievous, they need to build more modern planes with manual redundancies like the A-10 today in case of an EMP issue. Misha, F-111 was as much a fighter as the F-117. Cisco just glares and yells. Awful casting. Misha, I love plane chat. Okay, are you tired again? Okay, we'll put you down. Back into the bed. Lay down. I do like the use. I do like to use the F-104 in Ace Combat 7, though. Really? Pumpkin Spice, the captain of the USS Oddity was really good. Okay. The Dorthetti, I love watching internet commenters argue over the A-10 Warthog and the Russian Su-25 Frogfoot. Sure, the Russian plane is faster and more maneuverable, but the Warthog is pound for pound deadlier. It's a flying gun, yes. Planet X, I think Archer violated the Prime Directive fewer times than Picard, even before the Prime Directive even existed. Misha, by the way, I visited the Sukhoi factory back in 2015. Nice. And what did you see there? You see anything good? Or did it just smell really great? I'm sorry, I'm just bugging you. I'm teasing you. Don't hate me. Birth defect. The F-15, I heard, is replacing the A-10 in close air support. A-10s aren't good in contested airspace. Cody Michaels, In the Pale Moonlight is the great Cisco episode. His acting is great in that. It's one of my favorite episodes of Trek, yes. General Grievous, the Su-25 is faster, but survivability is awful. Pumpkin Spice, who would win in a fight? The F-14 or the Galileo from TOS, the Galileo. Misha, yep, saw lots of great things, you dick. Well, you didn't see my dick, so. Joshua Farrow, not bad, we have the same record. General Grievous, the thing is, F-15 still can't compete as far as CAS goes, which is why the troops on the ground will take the A-10 if you give them a choice. Yeah, the A-10's got more personality too. It's just a fact. Doesn't mean much, but it's true, and it is a deciding factor. Misha throws in $20 just for that joke. Wash your mouth out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here's to you, Misha. Hope you smelt and heard great things. Oh, fuck. It's getting rough. That one really burned. Right. Planet X. By the way, I think the Prime Directive is dumb and shouldn't exist. What do you think? It is kind of stupid. And, fuck you, Planet X, for asking all these questions that there's really no answers to. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean fuck you. I mean, I don't know what I mean. Anyway, the Prime Directive is kind of stupid. It shouldn't exist. I disagree. There's got to be a lot of amendments to it and clauses. So, birth defect, but the A-10 is being pulled. Okay. The Dorthetti, I'd be petrified if A-10s and Apache helicopters showed up over the battlefield and I was on the wrong side. If one doesn't kill you, the other will. Misha, how's them lemons, huh? They're sour. They're sour. My friend, why are you doing this to me? General Grievous, yeah, 5 to 6 years from now, they plan to retire them. Birth defect. And 4,200 RPM sounds the same on the ground, regardless of 30 millimeter or 20 millimeter. Actually, scratch that. I just read an article that the United States Air Force plans to keep the A-10 in service until the early 2040s. The Prime Directive is dogma. It's a secular religion. Misha says, you know why. You know. Do I? We'll see about that, Misha. Planet X, apologies for asking the deep questions. Just in one of those moods. Enjoying the stream. No problem, Planet X. It's fine. I just don't have answers to them. I honestly don't. That's why there's such good episodes, because there's no real correct answer. Arguments can be made for both sides of each of these things you're talking about. And I am not qualified nor anything to be answering them. I am just some schmuck. So, I'm sorry, I have no answers for half of them. Misha, yep, the A10C isn't going anywhere. It does its job well and economically. So we are at 43 likes with 32 of you here. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's try to get to 50 likes. That's another 7 likes. I think we can easily do that. So please do. What Memories says, why does all new Trek suck? Because it doesn't. I would confidently say that Discovery sucks the vast majority of the time, as does Picard's up to this point. But Prodigy, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks are both fantastic. So not all Star Trek sucks. So that's the answer. Why does all Star Trek suck? It doesn't. Planet X, you're not a schmuck. No, I'm a schlub. Sean O'Neill, Data is the best Sherlock. Is he though? Darth Eddy, the scrapping of the American F-14 fleet does sound very American and bureaucratic. We got rid of one of the best fighters in history because we hated Iran's government so much. A big mistake. Yeah, and there were plans for the upgraded F-14, which would have totally made it a fantastic upgraded new addition to the fleet, and they got scrapped. They got scrapped because of budget overruns, and it just would have cost too much, and it's all bullshit. It's all bureaucratic, political bullshit, and they killed one of the best jets ever created, in my opinion. What Memory says, after DS9 and Voyager, it's all downhill. Okay. They're not terrible, I will agree. I see your point of view. I do. I understand why. Cody Michaels, The Great Mouse Detective is the best Sherlock. The Great Mouse Detective is awesome. Basil of Baker Street. I love Basil of Baker Street. Yeah, I just actually watched, the other night I watched The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother with Gene Wilder. Great movie. Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman. What the hell is the girl's name again? It's a good movie. Good movie. Oh my God. Hit that like button, says Sean O'Neill. I agree. Hit that like button. We need another 6 likes to get to 50. Hit that like button. Post-Cold War budget cuts. Yeah. Birth defect. Have you ever had a dream that had... Okay, have you ever had a dream that you could, oh, that video, that kid, yeah. I'm not reading all that. Is that what I sounded like? Did I sound like that for? Wow. Having too much of this goddamn Lyman cello. The Darth Eddy, with the F-14 and F-111 withdrawn from service, there's just one swept-wing combat aircraft left in the U.S. military, the B-1B Lancer. The Russians still have multiple types of swept-wing planes. Paul N. says, Gilda Radner, no. Hold on, let me look. Screw that, do that. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. God damn it. There it is. All right. Madeline Kahn. That's who I was thinking of. Madeline Kahn. She's great in that. Misha says, you know, Canada passed on the F-14 to get the F-18 instead. Fucking Canada. We're so stupid we have screen doors on our submarines, for Christ's sake, so don't even start with our military. Birth defects. The F-14 had too many technical inferiorities to keep in service. The F-18 Super is basically a fourth generation fighter. Yeah, but birth defect, the F-14 was slated to have a bunch of upgrades and a new version built, which would have been far superior and raised it to almost like the top tier at the time. Trust me, Grumman had a lot of plans for the F-14 that would have made it far superior to the F-18. So now this is Trekyards, not TikTok. General Grievous, yeah, I mean, I can see from a pragmatic point of view that the F-18 was the newer of the two and would probably cost less over time to maintain. It's also smaller and, yeah. Birth defect, and the Tomcat bled fuel like crazy at, like carry at prom. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but again, they were getting upgraded engines as well, so The Darth Eddie, the F-22 can probably mop the skies with any top Russian or Chinese fighter, but we just don't have enough of them. The F-22s are fucking great. I like the F-22s. Peter Lukaku, damn you for going randomly live. How dare I? How dare I? Hit like, if you haven't hit like yet. We're 3 away from 50. Cody Michaels, Canada has weapons at Weapon X, though. That's true. We do have Logan. Misha, Grumman had plans, but instead went out of business. That's true, yeah. Birth defect, but the Navy didn't need a better Tomcat. It just needed a newer fighter. Fuck off. We're not getting into this argument. I really wish the next generation of Tomcat would have been built, but unfortunately it wasn't. And I'm not going to keep harping on about it for the next 15 minutes, talking about jets, because I haven't brushed up on my jets lately. My jet knowledge is from like 20 fucking years ago, so I'm not going to get into it with you guys. You guys apparently know better than I do, so just, yep, the F-14 sucked balls. It was the worst fucking thing ever created. A big lumbering oaf that had, bad fuel consumption and bad maneuverability, unless it was a low altitude where it could really cut through the air and really outturn anything, essentially. But whatever. You guys know better than me, so I'm just going to shut up about the F-14. It was a fucking glorious pile of shit junk flying through the sky. I don't know what I'm talking about just because it's my favorite fighter. I'm done. I'm done. The F-18 is far superior. It's way better. It's 18. It's like a newer number. Therefore, it's got to be better. So, the best F-14 is the VF-1 Valkyrie. Nah, they're fucking ugly compared to the F-14. Misha throws in $20. I have videos on all of these jets on my personal channel, and I even get the camera pointed right sometimes. Also drink. Misha. You're a gentleman and a scholar and a judge of fine guns and planes. And I want to meet you someday. And you won't be blinded by my incredible handsomeness. You'll be struck by my sharp tongue and clever wit. I don't know. I'm getting drunk. So anyway, cheers. Skynet. The alcohol keeps falling on my tongue. Anywho. Planet X. I support Nikola Rozhenko and Homeward, the next generation. Prime Directive. Be damned. Yeah, he was right. They should have taken those people and saved them. Birth defect. It wasn't terrible. It just had its time. I personally don't like the 18. Sounds like its name. I, yeah, whatever. Peter Lukaku, $10. I knew you would go live before you did. I know you would go live before you did. Oh, really? How did you know that, sir? Squadra Course, I'm going to find a way to use that in one of the books. But it's a pile of shit. No, it's a glorious pile of shit. Or as Sam would say, it's a bit shit. Or I like it, but it's a bit shit. Misha, I just posted a video on Colt rifles on the main channel tonight too. Ooh, I'll probably watch that later. I watched one of your other ones the other night. I can't remember what the fucking gun it was on, but whatever. I watched it, so. General Grievous, it's funny, the first test flight listed of the F-22 was 1990. It seems like eons ago, even though that was a prototype. Yeah. Birth defect. Okay, here's a change. Viper versus Star Fury. Viper. Hands down. But only the BSG version, or the Viper Mark II. The Viper Mark 9, fucking whatever the new one is that was designed by Eric Chu, is a flaming pile of shit. I absolutely hate that thing. So yeah, the original Viper for the win. Wonder if he can drink enough to say the F-15 is better than the F-14. I mean, technically it probably is. It's more versatile. They got different versions of it. It's quite a good platform for a lot of different mission profiles. However, the F-14 is still superior. It's still much more beautiful and sexy looking plane in motion. Something about the F-14 just speaks to me. I will never actually officially admit that the F-14 is, or the F-15 is superior to the F-14. However, the F-15 is a very versatile and formidable aircraft. So we'll just leave it right there. Viper versus Gunstar. I would still go Viper as much as I love the Gunstar. And Death Blossom. Holy shit, son. Death Blossom is destructive as all hell. However, the Gunstars are not an attractive looking ship. I think the Viper would probably outmaneuver a Gunstar. Absolutely. Jonathan Jones, as far as airplanes go, I think the F-15 is superior to the F-14 by a significant margin, of one of being a carrier-based fighter bomber and the other being an air superiority fighter. Sure. Birth defect. Ooh, Gunstar. Don't know if it's a fighter. Kind of like an AC-130. Jonathan Jones, yeah, a 14 Tomcat has the fly-by-wire variable geometry wing, and plus it's an older design. It was meant to have incredible range at sea, as where the F-15 is a conventional runway-based. Yeah, there are no carrier-based F-15s. So, Planet X, Damar is probably the best redemption story arc in all of Star Trek, and a tribute to how good the writers for that show were. Absolutely. Drank a little too much sometimes, but he beat his demons. Misha, sorry, don't know what the Gunstar looks like. How would I describe the Gunstar? Okay, if you took a standard shape and size butt plug and stuck 2 or 4 very huge engines on the back of it, it would look exactly like that. It's kind of inelegant in its own way. It's not a very nice looking ship, honestly. I don't know. The Gunstar is just not a great design. I do love The Last Starfighter, don't get me wrong, but it's not a good looking ship in my opinion. Jonathan Jones, being an Air Force veteran, I'm kind of biased towards the F-15, but she's an air superiority-centric fighter with some multi-role adaptability. The F-14 is a little more versatile, wide range. See, I like Jonathan, you my man. Squadron Course, but the Gunstar has 360-degree field of fire with the turret, so would that counter the Viper's maneuverability? No, plus the Viper has more style. Misha, Damar showed that a hero doesn't have to be perfect. SC Scout Guy, the soundtrack to The Last Starfighter was great. It was. Birth defect. See, I don't like the F-15 or F-16, even though they're good was Navy. I'm not a big fan of the F-16 at all. I'd take an F-15 over an F-16 any day of the week, but F-14 is still my one true love. General Grievous, Damara was a legate until he took a Polaron blast to the knee. The Darth Eddy, I think both the F-14 and F-15 are vastly better than the F-16, but the F-16 is smaller, cheaper, and easier to produce, and that's why it's such a common fighter in the West. Capable, but not as good. Yeah, there's not enough surface area on it either to carry a lot of weapons. I get why pilots like it. I get why people like it. I just am not a fan, especially compared to the F-14. It's just like, Birth defect. Oh God, why does the Gunstar look like a butt plug? Have you seen a butt plug? Have you seen the Gunstar? Look at the cockpit. Just picture the cockpit of the Gunstar for a minute when it's actually landed, and tell me that doesn't look like a butt plug with like 4 large engines attached to the base of it. Misha, I like how you just knew I knew what a butt plug looks like. I know you don't know what it looks like, but I know you know what it feels like, whether that be in your hands or in something else. I don't know, but I'm just saying, man, everybody knows what a butt plug is. Jonathan Jones, yeah, I concur. The whole reason for the Air Force developing the F-16 was to be less expensive, compliant, complement to the F-15. Doesn't replace the F-15, but it's capable like a Jeep versus a Wagoneer. SC Scout Guy, I was part of the initial invasion of Afghanistan, and we actually had F-14s flying close air support for us carrying laser-guided bombs. We called them bomb cats. That is awesome, my friend. Misha, F-16 is the Toyota of the fighter world. Birth defect, apparently the F-16 can pull maneuvers to outrun missiles if tracked from behind visual range. I know what a butt plug looks like. Went with a friend to buy her a trainer kit for her birthday. No judgment zone, yeah. General Grievous, I know you know what it feels like, and welcome to Trekyards After Dark. See? Hey, how you doing, man? We need one more light to get to 50. How's it going? Jonathan Jones, yeah, Damar was one of my favorite characters of the week on DS9. I think the actor really made him pop. He was the photo negative of Ducat. Misha, got a bomb cat right here. Also glad you made it home from your service. Absolutely. And thank you for your service, even though I'm not even American, but you know what I'm saying. Hello, I'm Watson. What y'all doing tonight? Hey, how's it going? Fair enough. Those maintenance guys prefer the F-16. Required about a third less maintenance time than the F-15, so it was appreciated on a mechanical level. Maintenance issues. LOL. Taylor T throws in $20. Just got home. Excited to go watch today's live. Ask anything? What's your craziest drinking story? Honestly, probably our first Trekyards. I got so fucking plastered on our first Trekyards that I don't remember the last half hour of it. I have not gone back to rewatch it because I don't want to. And then afterwards, I stumbled into the house, went to the bathroom, and passed out on the bathroom floor for about 4.5 hours. Sylvia thought I was dead at one point. I will have a shot for that, though. But Trekyards is a dangerous thing. An absolutely dangerous thing. Crazy drinking stories. I don't have very many. I'm not a huge go out and get sloshed kind of guy. I don't know, but cheers. Thank you for the super chat. Here we go. Don't breathe in, don't breathe in, don't breathe in. If you drink it that way, it's fine. It's not bitter. It's got a slight hint of lemon, just like you just had a cough drop. You just finished your last cough drop. Or cough candy, if you will. Honest question, would you like the F-15 better if the wings could sweep back like the F-14? No. All the proportions on the F-15 are off. I like the front end of the F-14. I love the canter, the angle of the tail fins of the F-14 as opposed to the straight F-15 ones. There's so much more about the F-14 that just makes it sexier. It has nothing to do with swept wing, honestly. So, yeah, no. SC Scout Guy, I served with a ton of Canadians in Afghanistan. Canada actually leads the entire NATO mission in Afghanistan for 2 years. Wow. Jonathan Jones, perfectly valid. I mean, the F-18, F-16, you are correct. It's not a replacement for the F-15. It was never intended to be. It was always meant to complement the F-15 and medium to short range engagements. The Darth Eddy, the F-16 is the ideal fighter for smaller countries like Belgium, Denmark, and other NATO members, but bigger militaries need a wider range of fighters that can carry bigger payloads. Misha says, sounds like your Watson has a beard. My Watson does not have a beard, no. Jonathan Jones, it's just my opinion. I think as technology evolves, you do have small, medium, large as for their intended job requirements. The F-18 is for all intents and purposes the compact Glock 19. Interesting. Birth defect. Japan has a superior version of the F-16, the F-21, basically a Super Viper, Falcon, whatever. Misha says, much better to stay at home and get smashed. Generally, yes. Yes. Planet X. I think the reason why DS9 is so good is because they took completely dislikable characters like Nog, Rom, and Damar and turned them into some of the most admirable and likable characters in Trek. Yeah, it's one of the reasons for sure. The Darth Eddy. America used the F-106 Delta Dart as an airspace defender and interceptor well into the 90s, a very old plane that would never have been a match for many Soviet bombers and fighters in a war. I remember the F-15s in Afghanistan dropping all their ordnance on the Taliban in the mountain. If you ever want to know what it was like when the universe had a big sneeze, that was ordnance package. LOL, I'm a Chevrolet man on specifically champion of domestic production. I can't compare it to the Toyota, the F-16 Falcon. I can maybe a Chevy Malibu would be a better comparison. Nice. SC Scout Guy, the F-106 was retired in the 80s and was used to target drones. And was used as a target drone, the QF-106 in the 90s. All these numbers are starting to get to my head, man. Let's talk about something else other than jets, please. Cody Michaels, for some reason, back when I did shots, we would always gurgle it. It always made it worse. Yeah, it would. The F2A, they call it the Viper Zero. Gene would have hated DS9 if he lived, yeah. The Darth Eddy, when I was in Air Force Junior ROTC in high school in the early 90s, it was still listed as an active duty aircraft for the United States Air Force. Guess those posters were old. Jonathan Jones says, lend otherwise, I served with many Canadians from time to time during my deployment abroad. High and forever reminded that America and Canada siblings and a great family. Yeah, we are siblings. General Grievous, well, I did like Nog getting shot by Klingons, lol. Kai Wynn was written as a character you'd love to hate, and the actress nailed that. Yeah, Kai Wynn, wow. Peter Lukaku, $5. So getting back to Jets, you're going to see Maverick at IMAX. I don't know. How long is it at IMAX? Honestly, probably not. I'm probably not going to get around to doing that. If it was the original Top Gun, I would make the time. I think the original Top Gun is a far superior movie for many reasons. That being said, our very own Matt Boardman, one of our admins here, our moderators, actually worked on the visual effects, a lot of the visual effects for Top Gun Maverick, including a lot of the F-14 scenes. And he's a fucking great guy. It is a great movie. I honestly think it could have been whittled down to 40 minutes. I don't know, all that F-18 Ace Combat mission shit. Honestly, the opening sequence and the last part with the F-14 are the only parts I care about in that movie, honestly. So, hey, you know, it is what it is. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, did you ever consider joining the Canadian Forces when you were younger? For a time, yes. My ex-girlfriend, my first girlfriend, my second girlfriend, Melissa, she went by the name Melly. She was actually in the Air Cadets, so. The Wynn Ducat sex thing was weird. Absolutely it was. Cody Michaels, do you think Gene's JFK script could have possibly been good? Anything can possibly be good with the right spin on it, so yes. Darth Eddie, I'm a little surprised that the Canadian Army never used the M60 or the M1 Abrams tanks and adopted the Leopard 1 and then the Leopard 2, but that was probably a political decision and cheaper. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of it's just about money. Kev Horsley, $2. Rest in peace, Louise Fletcher. Yes, Kywin, absolutely. Or Nurse Ratchet. Jonathan Jones, I mean the Marine Corps and has their MARP at. I've always been of the opinion that the Tiger Stripe is the superior camouflage and it blends rather than disrupts, but that's me. Planet X, can we please drive the discussion back towards Trek things? Laughing my ass off. Well, this is not supposed to be a Trek stream. This was an Ask Me Anything one. These late night lives are never specifically about Star Trek. Like I said, I've got many other interests other than Star Trek. I don't need to always talk about fucking Star Trek because I can't go one day without hearing the word Star Trek. So, just saying. Pilo Kako, $5. You going live after this, like Bridge Crew? Probably not, because I'm really feeling my alcohol, and VR will probably make me not feel so great. So, I went live last night, late, to play Super Hot VR, which was awesome. So check that out, maybe. General Grievous, this is Ask Him Anything Night, Planet X. Absolutely. It always is. These late nights, you can ask me anything. It's not always Star Trek. So, birth defect. The Marine camo is the best looking currently in the U.S., but I like the U.S. Air Force Tiger Stripe thing. Looked professional. SC Scout Guy, guys, we need to get on a different topic. Jonathan Jones, I concur. I always liked it. I'm not even going to read it. Sorry, Jonathan Jones. I respect you. I respect the fact that you were in the military. I thank you for your service, but I'm kind of done with the military stuff. Misha, sorry, I can't weigh in when it comes to camo. Oh, Midnight Black. Dusty Scout Guy, Stuart, I am late, but have you talked about the new Indiana Jones trailer? No. Kind of. We talked about... Yeah, we did talk about it earlier. Yes, we did. Not in any great detail, but... General Grievous, cheese pizza. Cheeseless pizza is awesome. Boom. Darth Eddie, when you know how fragile and prone to malfunctions, yeah, I'm done. Jonathan Jones, I lit up when Gold Ducat was mentioned in Star Trek Picard as being Picard's nemesis rather than Cisco, but I always felt like he was the ultimate villain that Trek had since Khan. And I'm glad you appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you spelled Khan correctly and not C-A-H-N or K-H-H-N. I mean, sorry. Everybody misspells it, and it's really a pet peeve of mine. Misha says, I have a chicken sandwich that needs eating soon. Ooh. I'm going to have to find some food when I stroll downstairs. Hezra is just getting in here. How long have we been running? We are at, oh my, 2.5 hours. Holy shit. It's super fucking late. I need to end the stream, my friends. I didn't think we were at 2 hours yet. We're way over 2 hours. Just like number 50. Thank you, Hezraz. Thank you for your 50th like. That is amazing. Super happy that you did that. Thank you. Meh, 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 meh. Anyway, on that note, guys, I've had too much of this shit to drink. I feel like I've drank a bottle of Pine Sol. But I didn't realize it was over 2 hours. I need to split. I need to go chill out and watch some YouTube for like an hour or two and then go to bed. It's been fun. It did not feel like it was over 2 hours. You guys are great company. I really appreciate this. If you guys want any more Ask Me Anything nights, by all means, let me know. I like these. These are fun. I think I'll go watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang right now. I might do that as well. I might look that up. Who knows? We'll see. I'd like to thank everybody for sleep in, asshole. Is that what you're telling me? Call me an asshole? Wow, that's rude. Anyway, have yourselves a good night, guys. And no, Peter, I'm just joking. I don't think you're an asshole. Please continue these streams. They're awesome and fun. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, Planet X. I thought I was pissing you off at some point. I do think I am a schmuck. And my opinion isn't really that valid, I don't think. I personally wouldn't want to listen to me talk for 2 hours, but I appreciate everyone that does. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. And Planet X, you're all good. Don't worry. Keep those hard questions coming. Some I might have answers for. Other ones probably not so much. But really appreciate the time and effort and thought that's put into them. So thank you so much, guys. Jonathan Jones says, I have to point this out, Captain Starscream, when he made his debut, was an F-15 Eagle. That's true. I always felt that Caldecott should have had a signature ship, not a commandeered bird of prey. True. All right, well, thank you, Planet X. Cody's like, you're our schmuck. Aw. That's sweet. Thank you so much. All right. Have a good night, guys. I may do another one of these on the weekend. We'll see. I might do one tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. But stay tuned. Make sure you have your notifications on, even though it doesn't matter because YouTube's going to YouTube and not tell you when I'm going live. But just pay attention. I love seeing you come back. I really appreciate hanging out with you guys. So I'm just dragging this on. I love you too, General Grievous. You have yourself a good night. Bye, all.